we really have made progress, at least in some world regions. I mean, if you think of all the social movements that we think of as progressives, starting with the Enlightenment, so-called rights of man movement, they all challenged one thing, the same thing, a tradition of domination. Because the rights of man movement challenged the so-called divinely ordained right of kings to rule over their quote subjects. The feminists and then later the women's rights movements and challenged again another so-called divinely ordained domination tradition, the so-called divinely ordained right of men to rule over the women and children in the quote castles of their homes. The abolitionists and then the civil rights and anti-colonial movements challenged another tradition of domination, again, the so-called divinely ordained right of a, quote, superior race to rule over, quote, inferior ones, all the way to the movements for social and economic justice, challenging top-down rule, right? To the movements like the peace movement, the pacifist movement, and the peace movement. And then today, very important movement, the movement challenging what I call intimate violence, the pandemic globally of violence and abuse of women and children, often in their own homes where they're the least safe, okay? That challenges other traditions of domination, doesn't it? The use of fear and force to maintain rankings, control. All the way to the environmental movement, challenging our once hallowed conquest, domination, right, of nature, that at our level of technological development could end our species.